Hello everybody and welcome back. This is JudiciousFire. I'm on the iOS server. I'm going to be doing a Million Might altar review. I'm going to take this opportunity to go through each of the heroes in the game and give you the recommended talents, insignias, enchantments, traits, and pets. I'll show you the build of each of the heroes and I'll show you what their stats are at a minimum of breakthrough level 20. I'm going to be using this as my reference point. My reference point is down at the blue tab at the bottom. On the left-hand side, a purple and yellow book. It is the Hero Compendium. Hero Compendium lists every hero in the game. It's the most recent all the way up in the front, and the first released Paladin all the way in the back. I'm going to start my way at Paladin. I'm going to work through the first 10 heroes in this particular installment of this series. This is not going to be a series that is going to be gameplay heavy. In fact, I'm really just using this as a reference point. If you're looking for gameplay in all the various game modes of Castle Clash, I have plenty of other videos that feature these heroes. This is just a reference point, a guide, an encyclopedia, if you will, to provide information with talents and equipment that has been tried and tested and that has worked so far for me in the game. Let me go to the hero altar, and I'm going to start with these 10 heroes today. Paladin, Spirit Mage, Ninja, Succubus, Champion, Druid, Thunder God, Pumpkin Duke, Minotaur Chieftain, and Grizzly Reaper. Start with Pally. Pally is a big shield. He reduces damage. You want him up in front. You want people to be hitting him rather than the other heroes. There are heroes that do this a lot better. Paladin is not a priority. You will see at skill 11 and 12 that he also gains energy, allowing him to recycle his skill ability, his skill energy, and to proc more often under many circumstances. I gave him a Sacred Light. He has a cooldown. There's a time when his talent is not, his skill is not activating. You're going to want the extra health and damage reduction from Sacred Light. He's an older hero. You want to keep him alive. I have him with Rudolph pet. Rudolph is going to give him the ability to heal. This is a pet that is activated when under attack. Paladin will be up in front taking attack. Rudolph is a great pairing for Paladin. In terms of Cress, I gave him a level 8 survival insignia. Pally doesn't heal. Now he does, as well as negate damage with the survival. Equipment, I gave him a burning plate for his enchantment. It's going to give him extra health, and it's going to provide 100% attack damage around him when people are attacking him right up on him, and that's most of the time. For his traits, I went mostly with dodge, a little bit of health. I'm trying to keep him alive. There's no reflect on his skill, so I'm plenty fine with him being able to miss a couple of hits now and again. I don't want him hit too often. He's coming in at 24,000 damage. He's coming in at 660,000 health at breakthrough level 20. You can see his 1600 accuracy, almost 4,000 dodge. Crit is something I stay away from. He is not a crit hero. Move on to the next hero, Spirit Mage. Spirit Mage sends out magic missiles, and also at skill 11 and 12, he begins to heal himself. This is why Regenerate is so great. It's going to double his healing capability, and because Spirit Mage has no cooldown, no resting time in between his skill activation, he will just keep gaining energy again and again and again with Regenerate. I also have him with Bublo. Bublo to help him heal, and also Bublo gives a big movement speed boost, and that will help Spirit Mage in things like the dungeons to move from building to building in less time. For his equipment, I gave him Unbridled Fury to increase his attack speed. That goes very well with a non-cooldown hero like Spirit Mage. The Empower for the extra, Empower insignia for the extra energy. As far as his traits are concerned, I gave him Dodge. Again, I'm trying to keep him alive. Let's take a look at his attributes. Coming in at almost 30,000 damage, very low health, 580. A little bit of accuracy, a lot of dodge. Ninja. Ninja, like the first two I've showed you, they're not priority heroes, but they are part of our compendium and part of our game, and you gotta show them a little bit of love. Ninja is a guy who does a heck of a lot of damage, and he increases his critical rate. There are heroes that do more damage and that have a higher critical rate than Ninja. Ninja would not be a priority. Ninja is somebody with a very low survival rate, so I gave him Sacred Light. It's the only way to keep Ninja alive for any extended period of time. But with Sacred Light, he's actually able to be used as a hero in this game, and it's a lot of fun. I have him with Mini Angie for damage reduction as well as healing. I have him with Survival Insignia for damage negation as well as healing. I have with Unbridled Fury. He has no cooldown. He can keep activating his skill again and again. Unbridled Fury will give him an extra attack speed boost. I have him with Dodge and Accuracy. I want him to hit. I do not want him to be hit. Coming in at almost 30,000 damage. Again, very low health at about 550. You can see his high accuracy and his high dodge as a result of his upgrades as well as his traits. Next hero, Succubus. Succubus is a hero that does 52% of max damage. Take half of somebody's health away. Now this is only going to work in uncapped game modes. The majority of game modes in Castle Clash have a damage cap. Succubus, unfortunately, can only do as much damage as she's allowed. That might be 30,000, 60,000 against a demon or a boss. Even the Archdemon only has a damage cap of 500,000. Succubus can't hit for billions of damage, even if the person has, the demon has 10 billion damage. So, sadly, she's been kind of nerfed, if you will, based on the available game modes. But she is able to reduce attack damage, and she can also reduce healing effects. She's also good in something like an arena if you can get her to survive. I have her with a Sacred Light. She has no cooldown, but she's not going to do any damage if she's dead. She's an older hero, not a priority. So you want to give her something to stay alive. I'm giving her a little bit of an extra damage boost with Punching Box. I want to be clear that her skill is not affected by her attack. So no matter how many damage traits, skills, talents you have on her pets, it's not going to change the fact that she does 52% of max or to the damage cap. So just try to keep her alive. I have Survival to give her some healing ability. She has no cooldown, so the Unbridled Fury gets her to hit again and again and again. I have Dodge on her, a little bit of crit. She's coming in at about 36,000 damage and at about nearly 600,000 health. You can see her high accuracy and her high dodge. You can also see that her crit ability has been increased slightly. Next we have ourselves Champion. He does damage, and he knocks people into a coma. He stuns them. I have him with Sacred Light to keep him alive. Now, he doesn't have a cooldown. That's great. But again, he's an older hero, not a priority, so you want to give him some kind of a defensive talent so he can at least live through the battle. I have him paired up with Aurora. Aurora activates and then stuns those who are attacking the hero. Champion stuns, so it's a nice partnership right there. I have him with Survival to give him the ability to heal, Unbridled Fury to give him the attack speed. This goes very well with a non-cooldown hero. I have Dodge. I have Accuracy. Let him hit. Don't let him get hit. He is at almost 30,000 damage. He is at a little under 600,000 health. You can see his high accuracy, his high dodge. Next we have Druid. Druid is going to be healing everybody, and he's also going to be giving you a big attack boost. In fact, a 38% attack boost. He has no cooldown. That means he can keep doing this again and again and again and again. This is why Regenerate is the perfect talent for him. It'll double his energy and double his healing capability. Want to make one note about the Regenerate talent. It will double the healing that Druid provides to himself, and it will also double the healing that Druid provides to others. So Regenerate will allow a healer, one that heals others, it'll allow that healer to double in his or her ability. So perfect for Druid. As far as crests go, we're giving him Empower, very much along the same lines of Spirit Mage, to be able to give that big energy boost. I'm also pairing him with Phoenix, and Phoenix is going to be slowing down the enemy as well as providing a little bit of extra damage against the enemy. I have Unbridled Fury to give that that beautiful pairing of no cooldown, extra attack speed, extra energy to get him to proc again and again. Dodge, keep him alive. Keep him out of harm's way. He's coming in at about 29,000 damage, about 580,000 health, 2,600 accuracy, 4,000 dodge. Next, we have Thunder God. Thunder God has no cooldown. He's a hero that doesn't have to rest in between activation of his skill. Now, he's an older hero, not a priority hero. There are heroes that do a much better job at what he does. So I'm just trying to keep him alive with Sacred Light. Extra damage reduction, extra health. I find that, what's his name? Glacy. That the Glacy pet does a nice job of icing up the towers that are around Thunder God, so he's not being hit by stun towers, allowing him to travel more freely. I've got him with a Survival to give him the heals and to negate some damage. Unbridled Fury, no cooldown, give him some extra speed. Give him some dodge as far as his traits are concerned. Keep him out of harm's way, keep him alive. He's coming in at 28,000 damage and nearly 600,000 health. You can see his high dodge rate, almost getting up there to the 5,000 range. You go back. I'm going to do this in the proper order of the compendium. Next would be Pumpkin Duke. Pumpkin Duke is a priority hero. He is an essential hero. You've got to have a Pumpkin Duke. You've got to have him as high up in skill and ability as you possibly can. You're going to be using him all the time. Really, at any stage in this game, he's an integral part of a team. He gives a huge attack speed, and movement speed boost to your friendly heroes. He is the perfect candidate for Regenerate. While he does not heal, Regenerate does have the highest energy gain of any talent. The more energy, the more Pumpkin Duke can use his skill. He does not have a cooldown, so the more energy, the better. I have another talent, which is Sacred Light. Now, Sacred Light will not get him to move as fast. It won't get him to activate his skill as quickly, but it will keep him alive in some of the more advanced and difficult game modes, such as Forgotten Trial, the last couple of stages, and also some of the new dungeons that they're coming out with. So if you find your Pumpkin Duke dying, give maybe a defensive talent a try and go with an Insignia that's going to provide extra energy. I have Eulophant on him to give him the ability to dodge and get out of the way of stun towers. I have Empower on him. That goes very well with the Regenerate. It's going to give him maximum energy gain. I would like to make one note about the difference between Regenerate and Empower. Which one is better? Regenerate or Empower? Regenerate gives you more energy if your target is standing still. So if you're using Pumpkin Duke to take on bosses, to take on demons, archdemons, goblins, enemies that stand relatively still on the board, then Regenerate's going to give you much more energy than Empower will. On the other hand, if you're in an environment like dungeons or in raiding, for example, where Pumpkin Duke is going to be moving around on the board. Maybe he hits an arrow tower and smashes it. Then he walks maybe 10 squares over and starts hitting a gold vault. Well, during that whole walk, he's going to be gaining energy with Empower. So if your Pumpkin Duke is moving around the board, Empower is the better talent. If your Pumpkin Duke is standing still and hitting a target again and again and again, Regenerate is the better talent. I am using my Pumpkin Duke more often against bosses, goblins, archdemon, so thereby I went with the Regenerate paired with the Empower insignia. That's going to be the best for a non-moving target. As far as his equipment, Pyre Mage is a recommendation for enchantment that I would put near the end game. This is for like advanced archdemon to cause more damage in battle. Something like with a Pumpkin Duke that's not maxed out, something like an Unbridled Fury might help a lot. Something that's going to get his attack speed up until he's reached that max ability. As far as his traits are concerned, I went with accuracy and dodge. Let him hit. Don't let him get hit. Let's take a look at his damage. He's at 34,000 damage at Breakthrough 21. He is at 670,000 health. He's coming in at 5,000 accuracy and 4,300 dodge. He is the first of our heroes that we see that has a skin. Here are his skin effects. You can see that the big gains are his health and his dodge ability. Next, we have Minotaur Chieftain. Minnow is an essential hero. Nobody does quite what Minnow does as well as he does. He is essential for those late stage dungeons. He makes getting through the dungeons a lot easier, makes gathering resources a lot easier. He's a pleasure to be able to have on your team, and he's very, very effective at what he does. He's going to smash up a base very quickly. That's all he does, damage and base smashing. I went with Unholy Pact, pure damage. I'm okay with him getting extra damage received because, quite frankly, he doesn't live very long as it is. Most of the time, you can just get 1 or 2 procs from the man and be happy you got that. On the other hand, I have Iron Will. It's going to give him an attack boost, big damage boost, but also keep him from getting stunned up by towers. I'm finding that Fennec is very, very helpful. It's going to allow him to heal, but also prevent a negative condition. It's going to prevent him from getting stunned. It might prevent him from getting instantly vaporized. If you find that your minnow is getting killed the moment you drop him out on the board, you can try something like a Fennec pet at any level. It's going to provide a big shield for the guy. I have a Revitalize. I want him to immediately activate his skill. That's it. I have Victory Lunge for the extra damage boost. The man is all attack. Accentuate that. I went with attack. You can see him coming in at about 33,000 damage at about 675,000 health. You can see that his accuracy, his dodge, these are really just the results of his normal upgrading process. I put everything into his damage dealing capability. He has a skin as well. You can see the effects. Mostly centered towards attack, an extra 800 attack. And our last hero of this particular installment in this series, we're going to go back. Where is he? It's Grizzly Reaper. Grizzly Reaper is the 10th hero in the compendium. Our last for today, Grizzly Reaper is not a priority hero. He's a sniper who does damage from a distance. He also heals himself. He has no cooldown. Perfect for regenerate, just like Druid, just like Spirit Mage. He's healing. He's not restricted by a cooldown. Give him double energy and double the healing capability. I have him with Piblob to reduce the accuracy of the enemy. I have him with Empower to give him some extra energy. Unbridled Fury to get his attack speed up. He's already got a high attack speed, but now he's got an even higher one. I have a little bit of mixture of dodge and accuracy. Coming in at about 28,000 damage, about 600,000 health. By breakthrough 20, he's doing. He's got 3,600 accuracy, 2,600 dodge. He can be a good hero if you outfit him properly. He can be a great sniper. I'm going to check you on the next installment, and we'll go through the next 10 heroes in the hero altar. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.